I'm sorry.
For fuck's sake, don't you be. Listen, you got nothing to be sorry for. I'm sorry. I'm the one feeding you booze and letting you, I don't know, do God knows what. You weren't killing yourself till I showed up.
Yeah, well, it wasn't the first time I tried, was it?
Oh, what made you change your mind?
Huh?
All that you were saying before about heaven and hell and suicide and pick and mix. I'm not saying I was on board, but I kind of got where you're coming from, at least.
I was just lying there in the dark, and I got to thinking that, sure, what if I did just kill myself? And then even if I went to hell, at least that proved that there's a heaven as well. And I'd know that's where Connor would be. And I would know that. I thought that might just be enough for me. I could survive any amount of torture just knowing he was okay.
Oh, that's a stupid fucking way of looking at it.
Hey, no, you can't.
No, I'm sorry, but I mean, what's that going to achieve? If you're right, then you're right, whether you know it yet or not. And if you're wrong, then sure, it doesn't matter anyway, because it's just be fucking nothing.
But I need to know.
What good does that do, knowing? Jesus, everybody feels entitled to know something about everything these days. Great fucking expectations.
Are you lecturing me now? Is that what this is?
Call it what you want. I'm just saying.
I'm getting lectured by the fucking nihilists. I'm not looking for the answers to the universe, Wesley. No enlightenment, no choir of fucking angels. No 40 fucking 2. I just need to know my boy's all right.
Well, sure, that's all anybody wants to know about anyone who's no longer about. But and I know it's shite, but we can't. That's why we just got to put faith in whatever answer we tell ourselves until we find out the actual answer. You've been doing all right with that, so don't risk it now with some half-baked fucking suicide attempt.
So what answer do you tell yourself? Well, what do you believe?
I don't know what I believe. I don't even know if I believe in what I'm meant to believe in as an atheist.
Like what?
Like that, what do you call it? That Big Bang and all that bollocks.
You don't believe in the Big Bang?
I don't know. I mean, you tell me. What am I supposed to believe? That at one time there was nothing, and then that nothing just somehow becomes something, and that something for no reason just kept replicating and replicating until we got fucking dinosaurs. I mean, how ridiculous does that sound? The way I see it, scientists are just the same old-time priests, just in white coats, not fancy robes. They're the truth speakers we've chosen to believe at this particular moment in time, but there is every chance it'll change again.
The flavour of the epoch.
Well, sure, if that's a neat way of surmising what I just said.
So you don't believe in anything, is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's what everyone likes to say I'm saying. It suits them more to think of me as some soulless asshole who just walks around killing folk and making crass observations of the world. But I've got a lot more going for me, I reckon.
Yeah?
Well, no.
I mean, I never thought of you as soulless.
No.
You're an arsehole, sure, but not a soulless arsehole.
Well, I appreciate that, Jim. I do.
Anytime.
There is one thing I read. Kind of stuck with me.
Yeah?
About all this reincarnation stuff.
Here we go.
And none of your classic, like, lead a good life, come back as a puppy, be a cunt, come back as a rock kind of reincarnation.
I'm not sure they'd have to be back as a rock now.
He had a little more depth than that. It's why it stuck with me.
Well, what was it saying?
It was kind of saying that we're all of us, just this same one person, reincarnated over and over and over again. Time and space just pure fucking irrelevant. Like, we just, boom, reincarnating all over the fucking joint.
Yeah?
Yeah. And the crux of it was that basically, whatever good or shitty thing you decide to do to one another, you're basically just doing it to yourself.
It's not a bad underlying message.
That's what I thought. And it was also like saying, like, don't judge the cunts for being cunts because they're part of this bigger picture. Whatever choices you make, whether they're good or bad, you learn from. And then they said basically that once you've lived every life it's possible to lead and made every possible shitty decision or had every possible terrible sad thing happen to you, only then are you ready to, I don't know, transcend or something like that. So the way I see it, you've got two types of people. You got people that get cracked round the back of the head with a fucking cricket bat of life, who almost always come out of it with a life lesson learned. And then you got those wielding the bat. You got to have people wielding the bat to facilitate some of those lessons. You need those types of people to help the good people learn what needs to be learned. And I guess, at the moment, maybe I'm just one of the guys wielding the bat. But I like to think that maybe when I die, who knows, next time I'll get a shot at learning a few positive things about myself. Now, the reason why I'm saying this, Jim, I don't know. I think what I'm trying to say here is that maybe you've had a whack to the head. I mean, fuck, as far as to say you've had your head in. God knows the pain of it. But the pain that you're going through, maybe it's part of a bigger picture. Some master plan where the only way you could have learned what you've learned was through Connor and what he meant to you. That way, I see it that it gives his death a whole lot more meaning. And that's got to be a good thing, right? Anyway, I think I'm going to sleep now. You good? Jim? I said, I think I'm going to sleep now.
Oh.
You good?
I'm good. Take my bed. I'm going to sit here a little while.
I'm good. I'll take the sofa. Honest. Get some sleep.
Wait, Wesley.
Aye?
What is it I'm supposed to have learned?
That's on you, pal. Good night.